Hi, Aaron. Let me know when you can hear me. I know it takes it a second to get the audio
I
and
can hear
visual
you. Can you
connected.
hear me?
Hello, I can hear you.
Hello.
Yes,
All right.
perfect. How's it going? So you had a weird day. Sounds like work has been
It's
pretty
crazy.
stressful.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
it's
about that.
crazy right now. I
Aw,
have about $11 million worth of projects to get funded,
yikes.
uh, and that all happens like in Q3. But my paternity leave is August 7th, so I basically have to have everything prepped in advance.
Oh man,
So it's like,
yikes. So you're
yeah.
like, I still have to do all the work. I just have to do it way faster and earlier.
Well, I think people will like carry the final like iterations for me, but I have to have like all the framework done basically.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's been exhausting,
Woo!
honestly.
I feel like that's how my husband always is if we take time off for anything. He's like, it just means I have to work extra hard right before and extra hard right after. So he's like,
Yeah,
it doesn't actually help.
it's crazy. Like we've done a thing now at Cummins where because people complain about that all the time, where you hand off like you're if you're going to be gone for like a certain amount of time, you actually like hand off the ownership of like deliverables and it goes into their work plan as like a help like a like team goal basically.
Cool. So it's not just you.
Yeah, but that I would say that's made it a little better, but it's still like those people have to do all their stuff too, so like if you do that you're just
You're just
screwing
like,
them.
here, help me by
Yeah.
working extra. Thanks. And
Yeah,
then I'll do
exactly.
you a favor later.
Yeah, and it's like they're like, well, there'll be downtimes too, and we're like, okay, well, we're waiting for the downtimes because
We're
there's
waiting,
all these
yeah.
uptimes right now.
You're like, well, so far there are no like ups and downs with the seasons. It's just
Yeah,
hard all the time. Like,
it's been like brutal winter.
oh, that
So,
sucks.
but
Yeah, I feel like some industries really are like that, where it's like certain seasons are way
yeah,
crazier, but then you know that there's a lighter time coming. So it's when it's just like, I've been grinding for 3 years nonstop. It's like,
yeah, it's been. Fortunately, I've only been in the role for like 8 months. So,
oh,
but there's a couple people who've been there for 2.5 years, and they've been grinding. I mean, it comes with its perks, right? Like we're really high visibility.
yeah.
Where the stuff we're doing is like in our major like global newsletters go to like 50,000 people. So we're that's cool because we're like at the top
It's a
of
good
the
stepping stone,
yeah,
getting
exactly. But
visibility and everything.
you have to earn it for sure.
Yeah, it's like those things that you're like, if I do this, I'm set, but it's like really
Yeah,
hard at the time.
exactly. This is like
Yeah.
it's like the launch pad, but I feel like maybe you have to burn yourself out on the launch pad first before you
Mm,
launch. So
like, yeah, my mom and like growing up and everything, my family was like, you work hard when you're young, so when you're older, you don't have to. And I'm like, okay, so when are you no longer young?
yeah, like what's your
And I'm also
yeah,
like, do I want to like kill myself when I'm young so that I can't really enjoy the success when I'm old? Like, I don't know. Where's the balance and where's the line there?
yeah.
I haven't figured it out yet.
I've been very intentional about work-life balance in this decade of my life. Like
That's
once
awesome.
I once I hit 30s, I was like, and I'll be 38 on Sunday.
Oh, happy
So
birthday.
thank you. So I literally, it's been so crazy that Heather came up to me last weekend while her grandpa was here, which I totally forgot he was even coming. Sorry
Oh,
about
no.
that. So they came to meet Adeline.
Oh,
So Heather's like,
yeah.
"Hey, what are we doing for your birthday?" And I was like, "When is like, what do you mean? My
I
birthday's
have
not
a
for like."
birthday?
She's like, "It's next weekend." I was like, "Oh shit."
I didn't even know what today was, let alone my birthday.
Yeah, literally, I walk around. I'm like, "Is it Wednesday?"
I just called my grandpa Sunday because it was his birthday, and I was like, "Hey, Gramps, don't you have a birthday today?" And he was like, "Oh, do I? I forgot."
Yeah,
And I was
that's
like,
really
"I knew
like
it was today or tomorrow." And he was like, "Oh, you're right. I do have a birthday today."
that.
I was like, "Okay, well, what are you gonna do to celebrate? Because it's your birthday."
He's like, no, it's too late for that.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I forgot."
Yeah, take a nap. Probably the same thing as me, take a nap.
Yeah, he's I think 83 this year, so I was like,
Dang.
"Hey, just chilling sounds
Yeah.
pretty good."
So it's yeah, Heather's grandpa, so Adeline's great grandpa.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
and he's 69, which is
Oh,
crazy.
cool.
So a
Yeah.
great grandpa at 69, so they're all like 20 or under when they had their kids, like all the way down the chain. And then my grandpa, who's been dead for decades,
Aw.
his birthday was July 12th. And my dad always sends out like an email with like pictures and stuff to celebrate them.
Yeah.
And he would have been 113. So my
Whoa.
Adeline's great grandpa on this side would have been 113, and Heather's is 69.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
That's like so the opposite ends of the spectrum of ages.
Oh, that's amazing. So you're like, we'll see what happens with me and us. Like, because you're like, I don't know when I'll go.
Yeah. Hopefully we are somewhere in the middle, probably.
Yeah. I did know 4 of my great grandparents quite well. So I feel like if I want to, I can be around a while.
Yeah.
If I like decide to be healthy and stuff,
Stick to it for.
Though sometimes I'm like, I generally like pretty balanced, but every now and then I'm like, eat the burger and fries and milkshake, have fun, enjoy it.
I would say I go through cycles where like I'm like half the year I eat well, half the year I eat pretty poor.
Yeah, I feel like it's hardest around holidays. Like I'm just like, but if it's just like normal, like every day, like then I'm like, I'm a little more mindful. I like keep track. But if it's like holiday time, I'm like, psh. Yeah. My family, we get together and eat, so we just cook and eat. So I'm like,
eat and then
at holidays, I'm like, it all goes out the window. I'm like, I eat well, like 2 months leading up, so that I can just forget about it right now.
You have your cheat month.
I'm like, I will be eating a little bit of every single pie here, so you know.
You have to know which one's best.
Exactly. All right. Well, I'm really glad we were able to find a time that worked, and I'm sorry that work has been so crazy.
Well, I'm sorry for rescheduling your day however many times now. I feel horrible about
Sometimes it doesn't work out, and other times it does. So, it's all good. So, vocally, how are we feeling today?
Okay. I don't know. I haven't really sung today. I went straight to work.
Right, yeah, you just came straight to here, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Sorry, I got distracted for one moment, but I was listening to you. Yeah. Daisy went a little crazy, so it's yeah, so I got distracted, but I was listening to you. So we're just now getting the voice started. You've probably talked and other things, but singing's a little different, so... Yeah, so let's go ahead and we're gonna get that voice going. So nice and tall for me, focusing on that rib cage expansion as you breathe in, expanding all the way around that torso, lifting and opening, and then we're gonna have a nice focused breath on the way out. Let's actually start with a hum first. Give me a Good. Do a couple more of those, and then we're going to switch to an ooh that's focused. So these are at your own pace. Just breathing in, and then sighing through on that hum. And now we're going to try on an ooh. So a ooh. Let's do zoo this time. Zoo. Nice. All right, good. And now let's go ahead and we're going to try, let's do a race car. Give me a on a V consonant. Yeah. Can you feel that core engagement with your abs, like almost like crunches or sit-ups, that kind of crunchy
Yeah.
feeling in the core? Yeah. So we're telling that diaphragm to engage, and it's little like focused airflow that we're sending out on each of those. Very nice. So give me let's try on a va. So use that to get the breath going and then kind of sigh. Yeah, good. Can you feel how that sort of like engages it and then you can open up to the vowel? Beautiful. Yeah, nice. Give me an oh no.
Oh no.
Lovely. All right, let's do an aha.
Aha.
Excellent. Nice. All right, so let's do a whoop going up. So a whoop.
Whoop.
Great. And then give me a woohoo.
Woohoo! I might get yelled at for waking up our daughter.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
If she texts me and is like, "You're being too loud," I doubt it.
Oh.
I'm in like the bottom trench of house.
You're like,
so.
how can she even hear me?
There's like 8,000 white noises on us there, so we'll see. I might get yelled at though. So
she's probably just like the anxiety, like, I heard you.
Yeah,
you know?
Keep this over there, yeah.
Like, quiet, I heard you. Yeah, awesome. All right, so, okay, so then let's try. All right, let's do now. We're going to do some exercises that are a little more focused with the piano. So what would you say is like the vocal tone that you want to go for today? Are we wanting a little more brightness, a little more warmth? Do we want to try for like the cry in the voice?
Maybe like, well, I really want to sing Super Kid at the end. So
yeah,
I think he's got like that endearing, like, slow build draws you in tone with warmth and then excitement.
Yeah. So we kind of need to work on both, right? Because we need to be able to have a warmer tone that's a little more like flowing and rich. And then, later on it's going to build and we maybe need a little more of that brightness to join in. So Italians called that the blade of the voice, but they also have something called chiaroscura, which is a really nice balance of sound. And they say it's a balance of lightness and darkness in the voice. So it's like that warmth and brightness that work together. So it sounds like we would benefit from working on all of the above. So I love that. Great. So we're going to work on some of those in our exercises. So let's start on an O to begin. And we're going to go starting lower. We're going to go, oh, no. And then we're going to travel on the piano with that one, okay? So this is going to be working more on that rich, warm sound, all right? Breathing in. Oh, no. 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 Yeah, you might notice too as we get higher, my palate like yanked for a moment and was like, "Hey, you got to reshape here." And I was like, "Oh right, I forgot. We're at that part in the range." But yeah, we do have to do vowel modification. So as we get higher, you're going to have to start opening more to an ah shape. Yeah? All right, so I think that's okay too because we're just warming up too. So let's go ahead and sigh back down. So, oh. Nice. All right. So then let's try. Okay. So let's try. We're going to do, that was more flowing and like downward sigh feeling. So let's try this time. We're actually going to be changing through different vowels. So the E is going to be brighter. The A is going to be kind of like, it's still bright, but it's a little more open. And then the ah is a very warm vowel. So we're going to use changing through the range will work really well with these vowels. We're also going to slide up and over and through a full octave. So a little bit more of a challenge here, but we're going to be shaping different vowels that naturally are brighter and warmer. So starting brighter, going to the warmer sound, and then back to the brighter. So we're going to go on E-A-I. All right, breathing in.
E-A-I.
E-A-I-A-E. Yes, and very flowing. So see if you can go not like E-A-I, but E-A-I. See how it's like I didn't just like do one vowel then the next. It's like they sort of like grow into each other. So it's very like morphing vowel shapes. Yeah? Alrighty, let's try it. Breathing in. E-A-I. That's probably about where you're going to start feeling like, ooh, that's starting to get a little high. Yeah. Yep. So that is higher than where we went in the last exercise. So as we go through, I try to stretch a little bit more each time. So yeah. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we're going to slide back down now. Okay. All right. Does that feel good? Can we try sliding all the way into vocal fry? I just want to see how that feels. Yeah, just kind of feeling that space too, because the body's going to release hydration internally and externally when we go into that space down low. And it's kind of like a little vocal fold massage. So if you talked a lot today, that can feel really soothing. So those sighs down can be really good for warming up and cooling down your voice. All right, so this one your wife will like because it's a little bit softer. I want you to puff your cheeks out for me. Give me like a chipmunk with his cheeks all full of nuts, right? And then you're going to let some air come out. And then you're going to try vibrating the vocal folds in that pufferfish face. So, yeah, good. So we're going to sing on this, and let's try. We're going to do some skips. So let's go. So we're skipping or doing thirds up and then back down.
I
so
might forget the last part, but
that's all right. So da 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 da, and I'll do it with you. So we're good to go. 1, 2, here we go. Oh, you know what? I just flubbed it up. Here we go again. Breathing in. Ah, it's a hard key. I was like, wait a minute. Da 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 da. In my head, I have it, and then I'm like, wait, where do my fingers go? So, let's do a simpler skipping exercise with the pufferfish face, and then we're gonna come back to this one, but we're gonna do different syllables because I think it'll be easier with that anyway. So okay, so we're gonna do the pufferfish, but we're gonna go. All right, breathing in.
I'm like not vibrating.
That's okay. Yeah. So part of why that might be tricky is that as we go up higher, if you create a taller shape, it's going to help the vocal folds to stretch and elongate more. So it might be easier to get up to those spaces if you open that jaw more. So it could just be like this shape. Your palate's like, I don't know how to lift. And these are like, we don't know how to elongate without opening that, right? And so that's a little trick when you start to feel that resistance. If you aren't as open to open more and see if then you can go a little bit higher. Yeah. But we're going to try a different one now. So go ahead and side down. All right. Great. So then let's go ahead and try. All right, let's go back to the pattern we had before, but we're going to do, all right, it is a tricky pattern. It takes a lot of agility. We're going to try on, let's do vive, va, vo, vu. So again, we're playing with different vowel shapes, which again helps us get used to singing those pitches on different, like, shapes that you create with your mouth. Your vocal folds are vibrating at the same speed. Your air is passing through at the same speed and vibrating the vocal folds at the same speed, but it feels really different when you change the shape of the vowel. And also changing shapes of vowels is something that we use. We use vowel modification for getting the warmth and the brightness. So, and like clarity at different points. So it's a really good thing to practice the changing. So it's going to be vive, va, vo, vu. All right, vive, va, vo, vu. It's like a little brain twister. I'm giving you as well as the tongue twister.
Montessori school did me well, so the vowels in order work for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna type it just to make it a little more helpful. Hopefully, vive, va, vo, vu. I put that into the chat. So now you have a visual cue too. All right, so 1, 2, here we go. Vive va vo vu. 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 Let's do that one again. Do you feel that transition moment? And so it's a little bit trickier navigating through there. So let's slow it down a little bit and try that one again. Breathing in. Vive va vo vu. Vive va vo vu. Vive va vo vu. Vive va vo vu. Now, as we get higher, you might notice generally we need to be a little bit taller with this space. So even your V, which normally is pretty closed, V, I might open a little bit more. Okay, and that'll help going higher. Breathing in. Vive va vo vu. 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 Another thing to keep in mind is that the V might be a little bit trickier the higher we go as well. So maybe you just try it on. Yeah, let's try on the vowels. I think you probably can still do it down, do it here. So let's try here, breathing in just vowels E, A, A, O, U. Breathing in. It's too much now. Yeah. So I just thought sometimes I'll just see what happens if we go a little bit higher, but you're good. So go ahead and sigh down. Yeah. And keep in mind, even if I was a male voice, we still don't have the same voice. So, just because one person can go a little higher or lower or whatever, doesn't matter. Your voice is your own. And we're just working on, flexibility and strength and this, stamina, vibrating and holding out and all those good things. So awesome. Beautiful. So then let's try now. I want to see what happens if we go. Let's do We'll start here. Pwee, pwee, pwee. Pwee, pwee, pwee. Think just water balloons of air that you go splat, splat, splat with. Or like, the ones filled with paint that you like splat, splat, splat them on the wall. Yeah? All right, so it's just going to be a pwee, pwee, pwee. So it's wee with a P in the front so you can kind of pop it. Yeah? All right, and then you go through the ooh to the E. So the ooh is a little warmer and a more back vowel, and the E is very bright forward vowel. So you're also going to be playing with that. So the stop, plosive, poppin' consonant, and then the warmth and brightness. All right, here we go. Breathing in. Pwee, pwee, pwee. Pwee, pwee, pwee.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, yep, it's quick. It's quick. Let's go a little bit slower just to get the hang of it. 1, 2, 3. Pwee, pwee, pwee. 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 How you feeling?
Good. That's the way you're... I feel like my voice is so much richer and fuller down low than it is up high.
Yeah. I mean, so I often find when people come into lessons that one of their muscles is stronger than the other. So yours is stronger and more comfortable with that side-to-side muscle, your thyroarytenoid muscle, or I usually call it your chest voice muscle. And then you also have that front-to-back muscle, your cricothyroid muscle that I usually call your head voice muscle. And usually when people come in, they're stronger in one or the other. So that's very normal. It's kind of like, one person's like, oh, man, I got like abs of steel. I'm so good on core day. And another's like, oh, I'm like so good with leg day. I'm so strong. And then they're like, but my arms are so weak. And another's like, oh, my arms are so strong, but man, my legs are weak, right? And so it's like that, it's like if you went to the gym though and you only exercise this muscle without ever doing this one, you're going to be kind of like clumsy and awkward and lopsided. And so we want to be able to exercise both, get both of them strong, get you confident with both. And that way they can work together. And then you feel like, all the things I want to do in my head, I know how to do with my voice, because your muscles are like, I got this. Yeah, exactly. So that's very normal and not a bad thing. But you might notice I did challenge you to stretch up into that high, but you did great both directions. So good job on that. Let's go ahead and let's switch over now to working on a song. Do you feel fully warmed up now? Like you're like, I'm feeling good. Yeah, I think you're in a great place. So let's go ahead and transition over to, we worked on some different techniques and things, and I talked about different ways to concepts to think about. So we're going to try to incorporate some of these things into the song. But first, I just want you to go through and let's just hear the song. Just sing it for me so I can hear where it's at, and we'll go from there.
Okay. So I can feel myself struggling with it today, or at least I was when we started, going to the U, really at the high U. But I have to tell you, the other day I was singing it, and I can feel it when it's not I can feel it not shifting. You know what I mean? Where I'm still pushing from my chest voice basically. And I finally, I don't know what exactly it was I changed, and I tried to re-find it the next day and I couldn't do it. But the same day, I found that feeling that I needed to be able to go straight to go through the transition to my head voice and get up high quickly, and it actually sounded good. For 10 times in a row, I was able to do it.
Nice.
And then I kind of stopped because I was tired. And then I couldn't find it the next day again. But I know it's there. So hopefully it'll come through maybe today. We'll see.
I hope so too. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead then. And Yeah, just sing through it. Show me where it's at today. And you will find that like certain days you'll be like, oh, it feels so good today. And then the next day you'll be like, what happened? Like yesterday, I was like, man, my voice is on fire. I can sing anything. And then today I was like, oop, I maybe got a little too excited and overdid it because I was like, oh, my voice is a little tired today. And I was like, oh, well. So it was like, please don't try to belt today. And so, like, one of my students was working on belting, and I was like, this is where
Keep
I'm
it
at
in. Keep
today.
it in.
Like, I'm like, you go all out and I'm going to go to here. I'm like,
Nice. All right.
yeah, show me where it's at. Just have fun with it.
Oh, that didn't work. Hold on. This music video has an intro. I think. Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
Is that coming from you?
Oh, I was typing a couple notes to myself on our exercises and things.
There's another song playing. Can you hear that?
Really? Is it me? I don't think it's me. I'm
Found it.
checking if I
Found
have
it.
anything
It
open.
was an ad for something.
Okay. Oh, that happens to me all the time. So yeah, that's why I was like, do I? Do I? I was like, maybe. Maybe there is something.
Okay, for real this time.
Perfect.
We slammed that door, threw the cape up on his shelf, and held on. He was just praying for a chance to save him from himself, 'cause he's lost. Child, you went from small town to kicking with Superman in mansions off of Sunset. How are you not happy? Come down. You're missing your love back on the earth. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? So hide your face. Smile at the people even if it's fake. 'Cause they can't know your kryptonite. Fly around the city, make them think you're fine. But you can't save them all. I knew. Sorry, do you want me to go all the way through it or just
Yeah,
do that?
that's okay. Yeah. So yeah, that shows me like a little bit of where it's at. And that's kind of like what my notes had too, like about that spot. So yeah, that's kind of what I thought, like where you'd probably be progressing from last time we worked on this song. So nice. All right. So do you feel how right now the muscles are not working together so well? Right? Like it's like the chest voice muscle, it wants to do all the work, but then he gets to a point where he's like, I really can't do it anymore all by myself. I need help. But then he gets stressed out and he just like throws it at the head voice muscle, and the head voice muscle is like, oh, okay, I'm doing this,
Yeah.
right? And so it's like they're not working together as a team. It's like they need to work hand in hand a little more. It's like a gentle, like, hey, help me out here, buddy. And then they need to like support together, and then he can like gently go over, and then he can like gently work it back, right? So it's this like working in tandem thing that is really tricky right now. But you're getting the feel of utilizing the chest voice muscle really beautifully, and then you're getting going into the head voice muscle using that. Some people it's really hard for them to find like that feeling of the muscle that they're not like
Mhm.
super strong in. They're like, I can't even find that feeling, you know? So you're getting into it. So that's great. So now we need to convince them to work together, right? All right, so we have those notes. And in the exercises, like you probably noticed, I did a lot of sliding, a lot of like stepwise motion, that kind of a thing, or even with the skips, that action of that's like skipping up,
What?
but then
Yeah.
it just steps up and Oh, let me try it again. That pattern that we did, that's weird.
Kind of got it.
That's weird. All right, yeah, I think my musician sound turned off on me,
Oh,
and it started filtering out things it thought was wrong. Every now and then
oh.
it does that. I'm like, why did you turn off? Silly. Or turn on. It turned on its filtering thing. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So I have to be like, stop that. I don't want your help. All right, so there I'm having you do skips, but instead of just like skipping up and up and up, I'm having you do like a skip and then stepping up, doing another skip, stepping up, doing another skip. So everything I was doing was sliding or like stepping really close together. So even when I had you doing jumps, it was like, we'll do this jump. Now we'll inch up and we'll do that jump, that distance here. And we'll inch up and we'll do that distance here. So it's like helping the muscles to feel that like little bitty movements, because what your voice just did was it went from this position to pop to this position and then pop to this position. And we need a very fluid reshaping. So we have to now take what we did in the exercises and get that working in the context of the song. All right, so some of those patterns are not going to be as easy. Not that I gave you all easy exercises today. I was like throwing some harder techniques at you, but we have to find a way to get through smoothly and get those muscles to work together. So we had like, but you can't save them all. That's a big leap, which so it makes sense that your voice is like, I'm just going to flip there, right? Oh, that's an octave. I don't know why my brain was not computing that. Yeah, I guess I was still focused on other things, but yeah, my brain was like, wait a minute, that's just an octave. So that also explains why it's tricky. The octave is pretty far away. It's the exact same note, but it's the note here, and then it's the same note way up here. So yeah, that totally makes sense. And certain artists actually will write songs where they don't have to go through the transitions, where they just sort of flip over. Yep. So they'll write like, the chorus is low. I mean, sorry, the chorus will be, it could be low, and then the verses could be high, or vice versa. I was thinking the opposite. But yeah. So we're gonna practice that pattern of, but you can't save them all. I was singing in the lower octave, which I can't go as low as you. But we're gonna go. Let's start. We're gonna go. Ba da 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 da, but you can't save them all. All right, and you're gonna feel. We're gonna find where your flip happens, and then we're gonna figure out now, how do I smooth that out? Yeah. All right. So let's first try this on. Ooh, ah, and then we're gonna try, but you can't save. Breathing in. Ooh, ah. Now, but you can't save. So yeah, we feel it already. Yes. Okay. So.
Well, I just forgot what I was doing. I was thinking about the words, and then I forgot I was supposed to go up.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you're like,
yeah.
I have those moments all the time. That's why I was like, I need to jot down some notes so that my brain is not everywhere. Yeah, that keeps me more focused, because I'm like, I can forget the stuff we already did now and focus here. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do a slide into it, and let's do on a V. So let's go. Try that. Yes. Okay. So now, but you can't save them all. That way. But you can't save them all. All right. We're going to keep that. So the V to ah, that V is going to help you get a really nice focused airflow. Breathing in. So that is just like a whole bunch of skips down and down and down and down. So it's an octave leap, and then it's like skip, 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 skip. So all of it is little jumps, right? And that is so much harder to like be able to navigate through smoothly. But we're gonna get it. It's gonna be great. All right, try on the words here. But you can't save them all. Yeah, and so that skipping down is taking you all the way back down the octave. All right, the va. Va. Great, try that one on the words. But you can't save them all. All right, now we're going to try, let's do every syllable has the va, va, va. So, va, 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 va. Try that, breathing in. Va, 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 va. Now, but you, okay, breathing in. But you can't save them all. Try sliding between those. You can't save them all. So we feel the transitions there as well. Try just from the top you. You can't save them all. All right. Yeah, good. So now we're going to try on the va, 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 va. A little bit higher, breathing in. Va, 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 va. All right, you feel it, right? It's like, oh, I feel it's changing. All right, so now we're going to do just v, sustaining this time. Breathing in. All right, now we're going to try wah, 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 wah. There it is. Wah, 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 wah. I was like, what am I doing? Here we go. Breathe again. Wah, 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 wah. It's a minor 7 chord. It's also tricky harmonically as well. So like your ears probably like, this is a weird pattern. All right. Let's do now just an ooh sustaining and very fluid, slippy, slidey between. Breathing in. Ooh. Yeah? Okay. Now we're going to try, I want you to think lighter pressurization at the bottom and add a little more pressurization at the top, because your default is a lot of pressure at the bottom and then like super light pressure at the top. So we're going to focus on the opposite, where we lighten the pressure at the bottom and then we intensify the pressure at the top. Okay? And then that's going to help us kind of like force these two to work together a little bit better. Alrighty, so let's try that let's do go, go, go. So we're not sliding this time, but we are focusing on the pressure and doing go. Breathing in. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so how did that feel?
That felt like a way easier vowels and sounds to make.
Nice. All right, so now we're going to do a little trick. We are going to try going on the vowels of the words without the consonants. So we're going to go ooh, oh. Now, it's kind of like a little brain twister. It's a little tricky. If you get off, I don't really care. What I care about is, can we get smoothly through, keep this steadily vibrating, the air steadily flowing, a smooth phrase, while changing the shape that the air flows through. This tube, the air flows through, okay? Consonants get in the way sometimes. They briefly stop the airflow, and we want to focus on keeping it going right now. Because the brief stop makes it harder to get the smooth transitions and get those vocal folds working together. So we're eliminating that right now. All right, so we're going to go I'll do it once so you can hear because it's a little tricky, and then you join me. So it's ooh, oh. All right, try that with me. Breathing in. Ooh, oh. All right, do that one more time, and then we're going to try it on the words with the consonants. Oh, all right, so now we're going to try to keep as close to that feeling as we can with the consonants, but you can't say them all. Focus on the air continuing through and that slippy, slidey flow. Breathing in, but you can't save them all. Do you hear how I'm kind of going, you can't say, it's like a lily pad, like frog hopping kind of a thing where I kind of da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da kind of a feeling. So
can we do it without consonants one more time?
Yeah, let's do it.
I felt like it felt right without it for a second.
Excellent. Love that. Yay! All right, so let's do it again. Oh,
all right.
Well, and another component is that if you've practiced this song with some old habits, those can kind of get into your body. Your body remembers that, and so it's a muscle memory kicking in. So by doing all these different exercises, we're teaching your body, hey, we can do this a different way, because it gets set in its ways and it thinks it can't change, and you're like, yeah, you can. So this is a way to kind of like tiptoe more and more towards singing the full phrase the way it is in the song, but changing it enough that the voice is tricked into trying it a new way.
I like it.
Yeah, so we're like psyching it out basically to get it to do what we want. All right. So we're going to try that one more time on the vowels, and then we're going to add the consonants, but really slurpy slidey, okay? Sorry, I played the wrong note there. But I sang the right one and you sang the right one, so we're good. All right, so we're going to try that now. Add the consonants, but still focusing on energizing through those vowels. Those consonants, they're there for just a second. They're like, bloop, and then they're gone. Boop. So it's like, but you can't save them all. Here I'm really energizing through the vowels, and the consonants are barely there. So they just sort of tap, and then you're gone. So try that with me. Breathing in. But you can't save them all. Yeah, and you can still use the sliding to kind of help your vocal folds figure out how they need to change shape and vibrate differently. Excellent. Try that again. Breathing in. But you can't save them all. All right, so what did we feel there?
It's like, I don't know how to explain it well, but
That's
it
okay.
feels like something is in my, like, there are hands inside my throat, and it's like starting to shift, and then it's like,
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like. It feels like my brain.
It fights you. Yeah, the muscles are fighting you. Yeah. It's the muscle memory fighting you. So it's your body saying, hey, we always do it this way. And so it's trying to do that. It's like, this is what we're supposed to do. And you're like, but no, I want to do it this way now. And it's like, I don't trust you. That feels weird. I don't like it. I want to do this. And you have to kind of like go back and forth and fight with it to teach it a new thing. It's like if you played a sport, right? And let's say I'm a batter, right? And I get a new batting coach, and they're like, hey, like, you got to change the way you're swinging. And you're like, yo, I have been swinging a bat for like 5 years now. And they're like, well, if you want to do it better, you got to change. And then you're like, man, I never get it now. I miss it all the time. And you're like, ugh, I can't even hit a single one when I do it the way you said. And they're like, trust me, keep doing it this way. And then eventually you're like, oh my gosh, I can't miss it, you know? And you're like, ooh, did you see that home run, right? But in the early stages, it's painful and horrible because it like deconstructs everything you think you know. And you're like disheartened because you're like, nothing is working now, right?
Yeah.
But if you persevere, then your muscles learn the new way, and then it's like, oh, this is even better. But right now, your muscles are like, we don't trust you. We think this is the right way. And you have pathways in your brain that are telling you, like, yes, the muscles are right. It's supposed to go this way. We've done it that way a bunch of times. I remember that, you know? And so we have to grow new pathways and be like, see, we've done it this way a bunch of times now. So we don't use that way anymore. We use this way. And you have to like let those old pathways die. It's like you had a road and now you're like, I don't want to go there anymore. I want to go here instead. And then that road gets all overgrown and it doesn't exist anymore. And you, at first, when you were trying to go to this new place, there wasn't a road, but you have developed one now. You have hacked your way through the jungle and it's like, now I have a road, right? So it's tough. Your brain is fighting you and your muscles are fighting you, but good on you for pushing back and being like, I want to do it this way. All right, so we're going to keep trying these exercises. Now, as you incorporate those consonants, your brain's like, oh, we're just doing this. I know how to do that. So that's when it's going to really fight you. So you do all these exercise ways to kind of teach your voice, like, here's how we want to move through there. And then you try on the words and you go, that's not what I wanted, but that's okay. We're going to try again, you know, and it's going to be kind of hit or miss at first, but that's okay. All right. So we're going to try on the V. Yeah.
Right. I was just thinking maybe if I skip the Y, but not the other consonants. So then it's like, but ooh, and I can actually.
Oh, yeah. That's a good thought. That also might help because the E vowel wants to stay more closed. And when we go up to the higher, the ooh is going to kind of elongate and you're going to have more lift in the palate back here. This pull in the cheeks helps that lift. So this kind of bringing the corners in, these muscles engage, which helps keep this open, which is going to help then this elongate as well. So that actually is a great idea to try. Yeah, let's try that. I love that. So we're going to go ooh. So no E on the way. So it's not like you. It's just ooh. And then we're going to try with the words, but who can't save them all. I like that. All right, let's try. Yeah, you're coming up with your own exercises now. Beautiful. So vowels first. Ooh, oh. All right, now but ooh can't. Breathing in. But who can't save them all? It's almost like but two can't save them all, right?
But
we need 10,
so,
right?
But that felt right to me.
Nice.
Good. I not resist.
So the Y on that note, so I mentioned vowel modification before. The E vowel on that note might be too closed. And so it could be kind of like your chest voice muscle is like, oh, we're doing this shape. That means I should be working harder. And then you lengthen and heighten all of a sudden, and then this elongates, and that's where we get that rapid flip. But what if we tried the Y being at the bottom, but you, and you kind of like use it like a springboard, like vaulting in gymnastics where they like bounce off the springboard and like flip over the bar, right? Yeah. So we're going to kind of vault launch off of that E, and you'll feel this E-U. And what's cool is you're going to feel the difference between the shapes. So just try for me. Give me a E-U, 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 E. Yeah? So you can kind of like springboard off of it, and you are kind of quick flipping, but that's okay because they're an octave apart. So you can't save them all. Try just that for me, breathing in. You can't save them all. What does that feel like?
That one felt like it was in between the.
Okay.
It was medium quality.
All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do, instead of launching off, we're going to go E-U. So you're going to have to gradually change. So try for me. Just go Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So you feel how they have to connect. They can't just be like ooh, e, ooh, setting different shapes separately. They have to, it's like two different dance steps, and you have a transition step between. And that's what makes it a dance, not just like, oh, we're drilling this one step, right? We have to connect them. So, ew. So then when you sing it, ew. Yeah. So we're going to try seeing if we can bridge that gap a little bit and not have it like jump from one shape to the other, but instead morph. And we called it elision or eliding. So glides, like you is a glide or a diphthong. So yeah, there are lots of words for it, but we are going to try that nice smooth transition between. So you. And if you wait too long to go to the ooh, you're going to feel over pressurized and too much tightness. If you go to the ooh too early, you're going to be a little like airy and unfocused, and it's less clean and clear of a tone. So we have to play with where do I need to switch those at, right?
Okay.
All right, let's try it. You. All right, let's try. We're just going to go back and forth, down and up, and just breathe wherever you need to. But we're just going to practice that sliding between. Breathing in. Yeah, so that's something I want you to practice all week long. So we're going to take just that, and we're going to take it now up. We're going to take it like an exercise through different notes. All right, let's try it here. The E sliding, morphing to the ooh, breathing in. All right, now here. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know if we were going up on each EU or if we were gonna.
Ah, good question. Yeah. So we'll do 1, 2, 3 of the low notes. So you'll do 2 full slides and then we'll go to the next one. Because I find a lot of the time, if you do it once, it's like, oh, I didn't quite get it. But then if you try again, your muscle's like, oh, that's what I need to do. So it'll figure it out sometimes when you do it again afterwards. So yeah.
Definitely. All right.
You'll kind of like make a mental note and feel something and then you adjust it. So breathing in. Good. And as we go higher, you're going to have to open more and more because it has to elongate even more and stretch more as we go into the higher parts of your voice. Alrighty, so we are going to back up a little bit. So give me a, just sigh it out for a second. Good. Now, we're going to go back to where we were and we're going to try the, you can't save them all. All right? Let's do just on the vowels for now, the U, A, O. Then we're going to take it through the scale, okay? Breathing in. U, A, O. U, A, O. U, A, O. like for that one, I had to transition to the ooh a lot faster than that first one where I could hold the E a little bit farther just because of where I am in my range and where it falls in my register and where my little bridges of the voice are. I like to call them more like bridges or passageways because it feels like you can get through them as opposed to like, oh, the break of the voice, you know? Like it feels like, oh no.
A little less
A little more
daunting.
hopeful. Yeah, reframing the mindset. Well, I mean, if you believe you can do it, you probably
Mhm.
can. And if you believe you can't, then you are absolutely right. Right? If you
Mhm.
believe you can probably learn it. But if
Mhm.
you believe you can't, I'm like, yeah, you can't then. So
Yeah.
reframing that. Yeah. Excellent. So we're going to go back and we're going to try on the words.
All right.
If you feel the break, don't be disheartened. It's part of the process. You work through it, and we succeed by failing. Michael Jordan, I read a quote that like a interview thing where he was like, look, the reason I made more shots than anybody else is because I failed so many more times than other people. I missed way more shots than anybody else. So of course I made more shots than anybody else, right? And I was like, oh, that's a really great way of thinking of it. Like I have to fail many, 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 many times in order to succeed many times, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so like being like, oh, well, I failed. I'm not gonna try again. Like, nah, like, yeah, everybody fails the first time, and then you do it again, and you're probably gonna fail again. But maybe like the 100th time, you're like, oh, that was it. That was good, you know? And you're like, I did it. And there's something great about overcoming a challenge anyway. So, words it is. Here we go. But you can't save them all. And you're going to use kind of the sliding feeling to help you. Here we go. But you can't save them all. 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 Good. Excellent. Now, there are going to be certain spots that are more challenging to get through that same phrase in that key. That's why people be like, what's your key for a singer? Because everybody has those little passaggio changes, those little breaks of the voice. We all have them. And it's different for different voice types where they fall. So certain times you'll be like, oh, it feels so easy to do here. Why is it so much harder in this spot? Well, because that key places a tricky transition like right on top, of that bridge of your voice. So don't be intimidated by that. Just be like, okay, it just means I got to work on it more. And those transitions are the bane of every singer's existence at some point. And then eventually you're like, I'm not scared of them anymore. I don't know like that I'll ever enjoy singing through my transition spots. I don't know that I ever will. It just kind of always feels icky for me to sing there. And I just acknowledge that, but I'm like, the really great feeling everywhere else is worth it.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Sure.
It's kind of like, if you have a sport you really love, it's like, there are some really great parts, and then there are parts that are like, this just sucks. Like, man, swim team days, I hated dry land practices.
Yeah.
I was like, I will swim so many yards for you. But I was like, you're going to make me jog a mile?
Yeah.
And I hated it. I was like, oh my gosh, all the sweating. I was like, when I'm in the pool, I don't know I'm sweating.
I think people used to think for soccer because I would run. We had to wear those, like heart rate monitors that they track it.
Yeah.
In college, so we had some pretty fun tech then, and we'd run somewhere between like 7 and 9 miles a game, which is a 90-minute game.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That was just 2 miles, and by far, the fitness test is way harder than running 7 to 9 miles.
Because you're not having fun.
Yeah, you're not chasing a ball. Yeah.
You don't have any of the fun part of it. Yeah. I feel like, Yeah, that might be. So I was really good at the pacer thing. It was like a timed, you have to run and
Mm-hmm.
it would like speed up. I don't know. I had to
Mm-hmm.
do it in school.
We call it a V test. Yeah.
Yeah. I loved doing the pacer. I thought it was so fun and was such a great challenge. And I had, like, I loved it. And it was like me and this other kid in my class. And we were
Uh-huh.
always like,
Yeah.
but then, like, when I had to run like long distances, I think I would just get bored. And I
Yeah.
would just be like, it's so hard. And my PE coach was
It's
like,
like thinking
what is
about your.
wrong with you? If I have you do the pacer, you're great. And I was like, yeah, that's fun. Like, I
Yeah.
can count how many I can go and, like, see if I can get a couple farther today than yesterday. Like, and it
Yeah.
was just like, I just run in a circle
Yeah.
a long time till you let me stop.
Yeah.
And I
Exactly.
look at the
I
same
do not
things.
want to be here.
Exactly. But you're right. Soccer, I played soccer and loved it.
Yeah.
Loved so much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never cared about the running for that.
No.
But yeah, dryland practices for swim team. I was like, I hate this so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I would do track. I did track like for soccer, really. And
Oh yeah, to help your soccer.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I just
And you were like, I hate this so much.
fortunately I was fast enough that I could do the 200, the 100 and 200, but then I had to do the 400,
Yeah.
and then I had to do the 4x4 relay. And after 200, I'm just like, this sucks. Like,
Yeah. Some people like love, like they get into the zone and it's like a very meditative experience. And they're like, I love that feeling of like the first part's hard and then I break through it and it's
I'm
like,
a
I can
runner's
just
high.
go.
I don't think I've ever had a runner's high.
I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
was
I don't think that's
scared
real. This
every
runner's high
swear
thing. But
I
I know people who swear it's a thing
yeah.
and they like zen out. And I'm like, I get like that when I practice piano scales, which I'm
Yeah.
sure other people would think was really boring. But I'm like, I could just sit here and play 4-octave scales over and over and over again
Really.
and zen out, you know?
Yeah.
And my mom used to get really annoyed, but oh well.
Yeah.
I was like,
The
this is
different
like
versions of
my
art.
emotional regulation time, Mom. Leave me
Yeah.
alone. She'd be like, why do you play the same piece over and over and over for 2 years? And I'd be like,
Yeah.
because in order to make it perfect, I must continue striving for perfection, which will never be achieved, but I will try. But like,
Yeah.
it's like, then it's something that interests me. I think that's part of it too. You have to feel interested by it. And if it's not something you like, then like teachers would give me pieces that I'd be like, I don't like it. And I just like wouldn't, like I had no heart for it. But then if you gave me a piece I loved, I would, oof, like I'd be like, I'll practice it 5 hours a day. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
but I have to like it, you know?
Yeah.
So you got, like, I have to get curious and spark that imagination and then I'm in.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, beautiful work today.
Yeah.
You're going to keep practicing that. You're on the right track. And I swear, like, even if you today at the end are like, I don't know what we just did, blah, you're going to have a day where it's going to be like light bulb moment and it's all just going to like click, like gears locking together and you'll be like, there it is. Like it finally fit together right. And you're just going to be like, oh, I get it. And it's all just going to make sense. And then you'll be like, and now I can't even mess it up because now it all makes sense and my muscles and my brain and it's all there. So you just got to be tenacious and just get after it. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
This session.
Have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope it gets a little bit less crazy and I will see you soon.
All right. So we won't do this weekend because of my birthday.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Because family and birthday, yeah. So I feel like summer's always like that anyway. So
Yeah.
do you want to try to see if we can find a time, like maybe next week sometime? I'll just text you and we'll figure it out.
Definitely.
So we're good. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Alrighty. We'll get together sometime soon. All right. Bye, Aaron. Have a good night
Bye.
and happy birthday.
Yeah.
I hope it's a good one. I hope you guys have a really lovely time celebrating because I'm glad you're alive and I'm sure a lot of other people do too. So celebrating that. Alrighty. Have a good evening and signing off now. Bye-bye.